Good morning, students. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome back in your chemistry class. This is part 6 of chapter Atoms and Molecules. Before watching this video, please make sure that part 1 to part 5 you have watched before. What is an ion? In this, we will study about the ion and how the compounds are formed. How to write the formulas for the compounds. Right? So, what is an ion? Basically, compounds which are made from metals and non-metals, these contain charged species. You know what are charged species? Charged species are either it has positive charge or it is negative charge. And these charged species are known as ions. So, what are ions? Ions are the charged species. If it is positive, it is known as cation, and if it is negative, it is known as anion. As you can see in this example, this is NaCl. In NaCl, Na is metal, sodium is metal, and chlorine, that is sodium chloride. So, chlorine is non-metal. Sodium, which is metal, you know it has positive charge, it makes cation, and chlorine, which has negative charge, it makes anion. It is known as anion. So, a group of atoms carrying a charge is known as polyatomic ion. If there is a group of atoms, then it will be called as the polyatomic ion. Let's see this table. This is very important table. You have to learn this table very well because you should know what is the charge on a particular element or a particular polyatomic ion. See how you can say polyatomic ion like this is. This is a group of atoms which has charge. So here we can see sodium Na plus, it is positively charged, it has 1 plus charge. You have to learn the valency properly. What is the valency of the element? So it has 1 positive charge, its valency is 1. Potassium has also 1 positive charge, 1 positive plus valency. Silver has plus 1, and copper has variable valency. Copper 1 and copper 2. Copper 1 has 1 valency and copper 2 has valency 2. So this all you have to learn. Like magnesium also has 2 valency positive, calcium also has 2 positive valency, 2 positive charge it carries. Then zinc also has 2 positive. Iron also has 2 variable valency, it has iron 2 and iron 3 also. Iron 2 has 2 valency, whereas iron 3 has 3 valency plus valency. You can see this, that generally the metals have positive valency, as we have discussed before, that metals have positive charge because they lose electrons. Because they lose electrons, the proton number is more, and how many protons number is more in a particular element after losing the electrons, that is the valency of that metal, and that much charge the metal carries. Like calcium, it loses 2 electrons, so it has 2 plus charge, its valency is also 2. Zinc also, it loses 2 electrons, its valency is 2, and it has 2 positive charge because 2 protons are extra here after the losing electrons. In the same way, iron 2 has 2 positive charge, whereas iron 3 has 3 positive charge. In the same way, copper 2 has 2 positive charge. Aluminium has 3 plus charge. Its valency is 3. After losing electrons, because it loses 3 electrons, so its valency is 3. If we come for the non-metallic element, hydrogen, sometimes in most of the time you will see that it is H plus. When it is hydride, it behaves like the non-metal, H minus. Chlorine, and one more thing you have to learn, when we will write for non-metal, the name will be changed. Like chlorine will be called like chloride, bromine will be called here bromide, iodine will be called here iodide. When we will make the formula, like we say sodium chloride, NaCl is sodium chloride, we don't say sodium chlorine, we say it's sodium chloride. metal side we don't change the name. Sodium chloride, potassium chloride, sodium oxide, potassium oxide. But here it is changed. Oxygen, oxide, sulfur, sulfide, nitrogen, nitride. So in this way you have to learn, and slowly as you will do the practice of writing the formula of the compounds, you will understand it. You will remember. So oxide has 2 minus charge, its valency is 2 negative. Sulfide, sulfur, 2 negative. And in case of the non-metals, they gain electrons, that is why number of electron is more, that is why they carry negative charge. Like chlorine has 1 extra electron after gaining 1 electron. Oxygen has 2 extra electrons than protons, that is why it carries 2 negative charge. This I have explained in the previous videos also. Again I am just explaining you so that it will be very clear to you. Then nitrogen, nitride, it has 3 valency, 3 negative, because it gains 3 electrons. Why do they lose electrons and why do they gain electrons? This also I have explained to you before, because to complete their octamose shell. Then we have to come for this polyatomic ions. Polyatomic ions is the charge, you can say the groups of atom which carry charge. Like ammonium, these also please learn these all names with the formula and their valency. This is also very important in making formulas. You have to remember it. What is the formula and what is the name? Ammonium, its formula is NH4 and it carries 1 positive charge. Hydroxide, many compounds are made with the hydroxide, OH minus, single valency. And whenever you will write the formula for these type of compounds, when you will practice, you will see you have not to make any change in this formula. Hydroxide will always be OH. Nitrate will always be NO3. This is the formula for nitrate. So you will learn in such a way. Hydrogen carbonate formula is HCO3. It carries 1 charge minus 1 valency. Carbonate has 2 minus charge, 2 valency. Right? And formula is CO3. Sulfite, SO3, 2 negative charge. Sulfate, SO4, 2 negative charge, 2 valency. Phosphate, PO4, 3 negative charge. So these all, please all of you learn well. It will help you in writing the chemical formula. Now students, see, there are some rules for writing the chemical formula which you have to follow strictly. The valencies or the charges on the ion must balance. Second, always the metal name is written first and non-metal name is written afterward. Or you can see on the left hand side you will write always the name of the metal, and on the right hand side you will write the name of the non-metal. As you can see in the examples also, calcium oxide, calcium is metal, oxide is non-metal. In the same way, sodium chloride, sodium is metal, chloride non-metal. Iron sulfide, iron is metal, sulfide is non-metal. Copper oxide, copper is metal, oxide is non-metal. In the same way, when you will write the formula with polyatomic ions, there are also some rules. The ion is enclosed in a bracket before writing the number to indicate the ratio. Sometimes for writing the valency, you have to write, suppose NO3 and then 2. Then for that, you will have to enclose NO3 inside the bracket, as I will show you on the next slides. You can see this. Now students, we will learn how to write the chemical formula for the given compound. So suppose this is calcium chloride, the first compound. For calcium, what we will do, first of all, you see, first step will be to write the symbol for the given metal or non-metals, like calcium chloride. So first of all, you will write the symbol for calcium, that is Ca, and the symbol for chloride, it is Cl. Right? Second step, you will write the valencies just down the name of the or symbol of the element. As calcium has valency +2, you will write +2 down the calcium. chlorine has valency -1, you will write down the chlorine. And then you will cross these valencies. This is the third step. And this method is known as crisscross method. And in last you will write the name of the compound. As you can see here, calcium is multiplied by 1, that is the valency of chlorine. So here no number is indicating, means calcium is 1. Chlorine is multiplied by 2, which is the valency of calcium, and you can see here Cl2. So in this way this formula is CaCl2. Next, aluminium chloride. Again, first of all, write the symbol for aluminium, that is Al, and the symbol for chloride, that is Cl. While after writing the formula, write the valency. For aluminium it is +3, for chloride it is -1. Then cross the valencies. Aluminium will be multiplied by 1, it is Al. Chlorine will be multiplied by 3, Cl3. So you can see the formula becomes AlCl3 for aluminium chloride. And by writing these formulas, you can understand that how many atoms of a particular element are present in a given compound. As you can see here, that aluminium is single, means 1 atom of aluminium and 3 atoms of chlorine makes aluminium chloride, or you can say they combine in such a way, 1 atom of aluminium and 3 atoms of chlorine combine to form aluminium chloride. Next, sodium carbonate. Write again the element symbol like sodium Na, and this carbonate is the polyatomic ion. This is the name of a polyatomic ion and its formula is CO3. Its valency is -2. So write down -2 below it, and for sodium +1 you can write here. And then when you will cross the valencies, the formula will be Na2CO3. In this case, you can see what will be the number of atoms present in the compound. For sodium, 2 atoms of sodium, 1 atom of carbon and 3 atoms of oxygen are present in sodium carbonate. Next, potassium chloride. It's very simple. K for potassium, you will write. Cl is the symbol of chlorine. You will write down the chloride. Then for K, you will write the valency. K here 1, and chlorine has valency -1. You will write here. Then when you will cross the valencies, it will be KCl, because these two numbers are same. So these will cut and formula will be KCl for potassium chloride. Next is aluminium sulfate. For aluminium the symbol is Al. For sulfate the symbol formula is SO4. This is again a polyatomic ion. So aluminium, you can write the valency down the aluminium, that is +3. For SO4 the valency is -2. And when you will cross multiply here, Al will multiply by 2, so it becomes Al2. And SO4, as we have done, that it should be inside the bracket. So because it will be multiplied by 3, so you have to enclose it in the bracket. You can see here inside the bracket we have written SO4 and then 3 in the subscript. Why 3 is written outside the bracket? Because 3 will be multiplied with this S also and with oxygen also. So in such a way you can find in this aluminium sulfate 2 atoms of aluminium, 3 atoms of sulfur, 3 atoms of sulfur and 4 3s are 12 atoms of oxygen are present. So by writing these formulas you can know how many atoms of a particular element are present in the compound. Sodium sulfide. Sodium symbol Na. Sulfide, this is again negatively charged sulfur S. Sodium's valency is +1 and sulfur has valency -2. When you will multiply it, cross multiply it, sodium will multiply by 2. It is Na2 and then S. This will be the formula for sodium sulfide. So students, this is quite interesting to know how to write the formula, and when you will practice it, you will enjoy also. And while practicing, you can see, you will easily learn these all symbols and their valencies. It is not difficult. So you will practice these formulas as well as the formulas which are given in your NCERT book, that also you will practice. That's all for today. Thank you.